I wasn't really planning on watching this one, but I had to. We owe it to the studio. They listened to us after dropping that trailer in one day. Man, we tore it apart. Good job, internet. And thank you, Paramount, for listening to us, because most studios wouldn't have. Go ahead and look at Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog is straightforward, okay? He's a hedgehog named Sonic, can go fast. And he's just looking for a place to call home, where he meets humans. And he's hunted down by a crazy robot guy. I mean, just an average Wednesday for most of us, I think. I'm gonna give props right away to the cast. Some of the cast members outshine the others, of course, and some actually delivered well enough entertaining performances. James Marsden, original Cyclops from the original trilogy of X-Men movies. He was surprisingly funnier than I anticipated. He was just going with it. You could tell he improvised a few lines. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I mean, you can't get any weirder than that. Jim Carrey, I think, is really coming back into his own with the comedy section of his life. He's really bringing it back. He did really crazy. I didn't want to say good because that's a matter of perspective. He was also crazy and weird, like the character, basically. So, like, you know, Jim Carrey. And I'll give Ben Schwartz the benefit of the doubt. He did a great job voicing Sonic. If you don't recognize the name, it's okay. I didn't recognize it at first. I can recognize the face. It's that one. John Ralphio from Parks and Rec. I know. I hated John Ralphio too. Oh, you didn't hate John Ralphio? How? But all these guys did a really well enough job to bring the entertainment to a level of satisfaction with this film, because I think without them, maybe the film would have been a lot different. I don't know, better or worse. In my opinion, probably worse than it already was. What I liked was the CGI wasn't too bad. I mean, there were moments where you're like, yeah, obviously that's an animated scene, that's CGI. But there were moments where the CGI was actually like kind of cool. Like when Sonic is running, when he's in battle, when he's fighting Robotnik, you know, it's not too bad. It's entertaining. It like, okay, sure. Not the worst CGI I've ever seen in a movie, okay? I'll give it that credit. Not the worst, maybe not the best, but definitely not the worst. So there's that positive note. Some of the lines of dialogue were a little too cringe, cheesy, corny. But in the end, I had to think about, this is a family film. This is not something you should go in expecting something revolutionary about the character to come onto the big screen for the first time. No, this is a family film. And it's not a bad video game adaptation. It's actually probably one of the better ones. Not saying much, but it's one of the better ones, I would say. I mean, if you look at the history of the films that have been based off video games, it's a nightmare. Hollywood can't do it right. Again, I'm glad they listened to us with the redesign. One day is all it took. But it could have been all worse. It could have looked worse. Thank God it didn't anymore. And it could have been cheesier, which, again, it was very cheesy at times. It was very cringe, corny. And you find yourself wondering, how much cringe can you get from Jim Carrey? Because at that point, you're thinking, is that even cringe anymore? Because it's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. The film really went for it, though. It went with the comedy aspect, it went with the fun, it went with the well nature of it all. Because in the end, what this film bottles down to, what the main theme of it all, is friendship. It's about this alien kid, teenager, young adult, like, don't really know how old Sonic is, doesn't really matter at this point. But it's about him trying to find a family, find friends, find a home, okay? That's all it comes down to. That's what the main idea of the film is, friendship. I almost said family again, but this is not a Fast and Furious movie. It's about friendship. The story wasn't too bad. It was straightforward. It was simple. It was the most basic concept of origin story you can probably come up with. Alien from a different world is here, hunted down by the government, tries to make friends on the way, tries to find a purpose. It's basically a Superman movie. Sonic is Superman. That's a stretch of an analogy, probably. But all in all, it could have been worse. Could have been way worse. I didn't have high hopes for this one. I went in thinking, this is going to be terrible. It wasn't that bad, though. I had enough fun. I might buy it when it comes out. I'll be on the fence about it, but my nephew will probably ask me to buy it so he can watch it. So I'll probably end up buying it for just that reason. And I'm going to go ahead and give Sonic the Hedgehog 3 out of 5 stars. Today's unofficial sponsor is Oreos. That's it. Comment below, let me know what you thought about my review. Give me your thoughts about the movie, whether you've seen it or whether you're wanting to see it, what you thought about it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button down there. For quick to read 1 to 2 sentence reviews, you can check out my Letterboxd account. Link in the description below. Free. That's it. Straightforward. And of course, guys, as always, thank you for watching.